I'm gonna talk about a quick way to create highlight in Olive. Let's open up the program. Let me see which one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 7th one. Windows 7 to start the program. It takes quite a while. Now we are in Olive. Let me Ctrl O to open my setting. If you don't have a setting, you may start now. And the original look should be like this. Alt-Tab, let me pick my video. Let me see. This one. Put it here. And drag to the timeline. Doesn't matter, just reverse it. So what I want to show is, let's say, highlight my eyes like this. So the old method is quite complicated but has more flexibility to tweak, where the new method is fast but less flexible. Let's go for the new method first. Alt-Tab, select this. Before that, I used paint to create this image. Let's say change it back to white, and I set the first color black, and then fill with color. Make it all dark, and remember, I resize the pixel to as large as possible. I set it to 4K because my timeline is 1080p. Let me show you. Properties, it says 1080, 1920 times 1080, which is 1080p here. And my covered area has to be much bigger than the timeline. That's why you see 4K here. Technically, it should be 3800, but in fact, the size doesn't matter. So let me make it smaller, and in the center, here, draw a rectangle. Indeed, I can use this one, round it, and then white. Let me draw a square. It doesn't need to be large because you'll move it later on. Make it smaller. Yep, it can be a square. Put it in the middle and make it smaller. Alright, now this is the square in the middle. Just any shape, doesn't matter. Because I'll cut out the dark area when I edit. So fill in color, white, Ctrl S. Save it as 4K mask, okay? Alright. Quit paint, Alt-Tab. So this is my mask, 4K mask. Put it here, okay? Let me select the 4K mask and put it here. Now you can't see anything, right? So I select 4K mask, shrink it down. Now you know why I made it small before. Oops, I can make it even smaller. After shrinking down the size, go to Video Effect, Keying, and then Luma key. Then you'll see the white here. Doesn't matter, because we can invert the Luma key, and it will be covering everything except the hole. I can move the box here. If I don't want all black cover, go to Transform, reduce the opacity. Let me pick 30 or 60, just make it 50 and move it like this. If I want to enlarge the highlight area, simply scale it up like this, shrink it down. Now this is our highlight. Let's preview it. It highlights automatically. This is just a hard snap. If I want a bit of transition, let's say when I clap, it highlights my eye. Then just move a little bit. Remember, you can move the box and snap on the eye. At this time frame, it snaps on my eye. Right here, add a keyframe and set the opacity to 50. Go back, up arrow here, and set the opacity to 0. Press L, and you see this. It then snaps on my eye. It's not very accurate, right? When it moves away, I can follow it. Oops, Ctrl Z. Let me tweak the scale here. These two scales. Oops, here. The scale should get back here. Since I want to track the eye when it moves, I move the box also. And you should see I've added keyframes here. Alright, it moves. I move. Just follow it. You can add whatever number of keyframes. Let's say I want to get rid of the keyframe to achieve the fade out effect. Come here, Ctrl K, cut it, close it, and then add it back in opacity. Down arrow, set it to 0. It will fade out. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let me show you the playback. That's the quick way. For the slow method, I come here, click Add Title, Solid, and add solid color. It's all red now. After selecting it, switch it back to black. Okay, and then set opacity to 60 like before. Then go to the solid color black, add a crop. Isn't it complicated? But you can tweak it. So let me add all the keyframes here and tick the invert box. Everything's gone now. Let's say at this frame, I tweak it, up arrow, left, so you see it. Alright, you can tweak it yourself. Let's make it 40 to get some blur, and now you'll see this. Right? You can still track it. To do this, go back here, move to this frame, look up for the target, and do it like this. It's tedious, right? Every time I want to move the track box, I have to do it one by one. Instead of just like the quick method here, let's say I can follow the target by simply moving the track box. It's much simpler here. Adding a crop and tweak the detail. So that's the crop method. Let me recap. You first create a black image and leave some white areas as your display area. Then go back to add the image to the timeline. Then add a Luma key. Take the invert box. If you don't take the invert, it will be like this. Otherwise, you'll get this. Then for the opacity, tweak it here. That's the quick method. Alright, that's it. Ciao.